Hi, I'm Al Stockwell. I'm coming at you from Health Targeted Solutions here in Clinton Township. Today I want to talk to you about planks and a few different variations of planks. A lot of injuries today are caused by weak core. So most people consider a core from mid-thigh to up just below the chest all the way around. So it will involve low back, glutes, these hip flexor in this area. We can get a lot more technical about it, but that's the basics of it. So most people that are out there that have issues, back issues, shoulder issues, come from weak core. I work at the fire department here in Clinton Township. When I first started, we had a lot of shoulder injuries. Some of it had to do with the meathead mentality of lifting Buicks in order to be strong. Put as much weight on the bar as you possibly can and move it, and that takes care of everything. But what we do in the fire department, if we're in the house, and it's an easy way to picture it for yourself too, if you're picking boxes off a shelf, or if we're inside tearing apart walls, tearing apart ceilings, if we look at our shirt, and if you look at this, when our arms are up here, this is the equivalent of your abdominal muscle. The wrinkles in the shirt will kind of show you what your muscles are doing inside. So if this is weak and sloppy and you're either pulling a box off the shelf, or as we're doing, pulling ceiling down, we're looking for fire, if this is weak and sloppy, there's nothing there to support the shoulder. So if we're pulling a box off, if we're pulling ceiling, and this is weak, there is no support for that muscle. So the small muscle isn't built to tolerate that kind of movement or that kind of stress, and it will inevitably blow out, whether it's dislocated, the tendons release or rupture, or muscles around it rupture and don't stabilize the shoulder, then we run into bigger problems. So one of the corrections for it is to strengthen the core. The more we can strengthen this, the stronger we are above it and the stronger we are below it. So a couple of options for that we can do anywhere. So I can use my box here that I have set up as similar to a stair in your house. If you don't happen to have a small box like this to start out with planks, then we can use a couch, we can use a chair, we can use stairs if you have stairs in your house. But we can do a lot of variations of planks. Today I'm going to use this box to show you a real basic plank, and then a couple of different variations of that using the TRX and just using your body weight. So not a lot of equipment that you need, but we'll use this and pretend this is our stairs. So we're going to get on our forearms and we're going to get on our toes. So ultimately what we're looking to do is have a straight line from our ear to our hip to our ankle. Ideally, we want to use a clock and not just count in your head, but you have a stop. If you have a timer on your phone, or a timer that you use to cook with would be good to use also. So if we start out at 30 seconds and just hold our plank for 30 seconds, just like this, nice and flat, we don't want this, and we don't want our hips dipped. And we can hold that for 30 seconds at a time. Even if 30 seconds seems to be too much where we start to break down, then you just stop, kind of shake out the shoulders, because usually the shoulders will get a little bit fatigued first, or a little bit in that low back area. But then we just pop right back up with that clock running and hold it for that 30 seconds. So as we get that stronger, we're able to hold that for up to a minute straight without any issues. Then we would just get rid of that and go to the floor, and we could do our planks here. But same thing, if we start to feel in that low back and we're doing this, just pull the hips up and that will take care of it. If we need to stretch it out, just stretch it out and we'll go right back into our plank. If you need a break, stop and take a break, count to 10, and then we're right back in it. So another variation of it would be, if we have our little stool here, we can do a push-up position variation of it where our hands are on the floor and we step up. We keep our feet in the same spot and we just rotate. This would be another variation of a plank, pretty advanced one, but it's still doable. It's something that we would build to. But then we could do this also. We could go right off the couch, right off a chair, and do our plank ups and take them right back down. But we have, at that time, we're doing that little to no hip movement here, and that will engage our core a lot more. So the wider we get our feet, we can have a wide stance with our feet, and then as it gets stronger, then we just close it down and we do the same movement. And that'll help to engage our core without even thinking about it. So since we're here in the gym, we have a TRX. And again, we can use this for literally any kind of exercise. Anybody can use it, any fitness level. We're gonna do something a little bit more challenging. Again, wide feet. You can fold your hands here if you like to help stabilize you more. As you get stronger, we would put it here, and then we could do different variations of it. But even just holding this with that nice straight line, we don't have our butt popped up, and we don't have our hips dropped, and that'll engage our core in a challenging fashion. And we could do a lot of different variations of that here also. So the TRX is great because it's easily manipulated. We can add different movements based on who's using it. It's a great tool to have. You can get them for under $200, so they're a great way to add something small and expensive for your house that you can use anywhere. So that's the plank variations. Hit the subscribe button below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, or you can shoot me a text or call 586-202-9752. Have a great day.